So it takes a certain amount of resilience to practice, and it's something I struggle with a lot. I'm not a natural contemplative. You know, it's not like, oh, I have an extra hour, I'll sit for an hour. Forget it. That's not me. I actually need kind of a gun to my head to practice because I get really, really busy. And part of it, one side of the coin is I'm excited about life. You know, I want to make stuff happen. I feel good when I get stuff done. The other side of the coin is there's some level of resistance of not wanting to slow down. And that resistance becomes a very, very interesting thing to look at. And one question that can be very interesting, and I know you know this question, is like, what am I not willing to feel? And sometimes our busyness is that resistance to meditation is tied in some way to not wanting to feel what's there. And part of the paradox in any meditation practice is that you start to feel better when you meditate. Oh, I feel more relaxed, I feel more refreshed. But if you continue with any diligence, it's going to require some resilience and focus because there will be uncomfortable things that arise in your meditation practice. And the art is to begin to get comfortable with what's uncomfortable. When you can do that, your life really starts transforming.
I remember one of my first retreats. It was a silent retreat, Vipassana, and I would go to the teacher and I would always cry. Like I was feeling horrible, basically. And he would say, I think you're doing very well. Because I would say, I'm feeling horrible, so it cannot be that I'm doing this right. You know, that was my story. I'm doing something wrong. And he said, just keep going. This is the practice.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing that in this practice, when you're around other people who meditate and understand the transformational process, and it always amazes me when I can say to someone, they'll say, how are you doing? It's like, you know, I just feel this deep clench inside, and there's some kind of resentment under there that I can't quite get into contact with, and it's kind of tied into kind of maybe some depression or something. And the other person will say, wow, that's great. That's great. Because there's an understanding that we're letting go of what's between us and feeling free. And the more we can do that, the more free we feel.